Like, absolutely incredible. We thank you. And here's the reason why. First and foremost, it has been 2.5 years since Apple has launched a brand new iPad. Even for us, it's been 10 months since we've had a Today Special. We pulled out all of the stops. With the 11th generation, you are getting more power. You're getting an A16, a bionic chip in here. You're getting more memory. It's the first time ever that we're not only just giving you the 128 and the 256, but we have 512 gigs of memory. We have never, ever done that before. And needless to say, and I'll update you as we go along, the 512 has been the one that has been absolutely flying. More power, more memory, and for me, I know my iPad is my whole life. I go absolutely nowhere without it, and I know you feel the same. And we have lots of fun color options and experiences that you're not going to find anywhere else. So this is how easy it is to shop. You pick your color. Love the pink. How gorgeous is the pink? We then also have it available for you in the blue. And blue is definitely way in the lead. And if you want the blue in 512 gigs, how many are left now, Sean? Oh, holy cow, 12 left. And we started with like 170, so if you are thinking about the blue with the 512 gigs, the final dozen, that should be gone in a heartbeat. I'm obsessed with yellow. I happen to love the yellow. I've never, ever seen the yellow. So if you want the yellow in the 512 gigs, 2 dozen, oh, a little better, but not much, right? Only 2 dozen available there. And then your other option is going to be the silver. So you pick the color, you pick again your memory. So again, the 128, the 256, or the 512. I'm sorry, what did you say, honey, about the silver and the 512? We have 3 dozen. Holy cow. Okay, so 1 dozen in the blue, 2 dozen in the yellow, and only 3 dozen in the silver in the 512. But guess what? That's not all you're going to get. You are getting some amazing bundle goodies, as we say, and something that you're obviously not going to get if you're walking into the Apple store. You're getting a great value with us here today. First of all, you are also going to get the case. So the slip case, here it is, right down here, we'll do it in the front. This case, same packaging if you happen to like sashay into the Apple store, $40 alone. Over here, and this is that beautiful brand new sky woven. This is the new color. You're also getting down in the front the foldable stand. You're getting the stylus pen. You're getting a cleaning cloth. You're then also going to get the Bluetooth, I just knocked it over, but the Bluetooth keyboard. We'll pick that back up for everyone. You're going to get the gable organizer. You're getting all that. And then over here, you're also getting so many incredible extra services, like $400 value. You're getting 3 years of Mac U. That is going to be like your lessons and tutorials and so much more. You're getting hotspot, rental, you're getting radio, you're getting gym, you're getting all of it today with retail values on the screen, as you can see, of almost $1,200. And today, your opportunity with each one of the different sizes, the 512, hands down, being the most popular of them all. In terms of the different colors of the cases, you have your sky woven, which is down here. That's brand new. This is that beautiful pink marble that is gorgeous. We have the yellow, fabulous in the bright yellow, and then we also have it available in the black. Now, your other options to save even more money, because you're basically getting the lowest price we've ever had. We are shipping it to you for free. We have 5 FlexPay payments. VIP financing. So your VIP financing is going to be on your HSN card or on your Q card. So in the 512, do you know what the amount is, Sean? All right, we'll let you know exactly what it is on the 512, because I know that's, as we said, that's where everyone is going, and we should be sold out of the pink and the 512 in a heartbeat. Another important thing, you have a 30-day return policy. When you go to the Apple store to buy, and by the way, have you done that lately? Make sure you have a lot of patience, because I was waiting forever and ever and ever. They have a 14-day return. We have the extended return policy. We have a 30-day return policy, and there's no restocking fee at all. So this is the day to do it. And if you want the 512 on your VIP financing, $54. I love that. And that is, of course, without any interest whatsoever. So it is my pleasure also, well, I'm not sure where he is, but Mr. Bill Duggan, who is one of our amazing electronic experts, is going to be here to tell us a lot more about it, but he looks like he's lounging and relaxing. Where are you, Bill? Are you center stage?
I am. Aren't we always? I'm actually
Yes.
very productive over here on the couch. Isn't that something nice to say on a Sunday? I'm over here, I'm relaxed, but I'm so connected and I'm engaged and I have everything right here that I need in my brand new 11th generation iPad. So what's great about it? If you're an Apple user, you get it, you enjoy the experience, but it's time to up your game. So one quick thing, I was like lying on the couch, but notice I just repositioned myself. The camera followed me, Bobby. I did not have to readjust because I sat up or it was better lighting or maybe, you know, having that conversation with a friend, I get a little more comfortable. The camera will keep you center stage or the kid or better yet, I want to get up because I want to show you my new dance moves. Notice the camera found you, keeps you center stage. So yeah, boom, da, da, all this great stuff. But meanwhile, while I'm sitting on the couch, I have my newspaper, I have my movies, I have my TV shows. I have the ability to get a lot of stuff done. If you were just to upgrade your iPad for the camera, that might be, is it worth it, right? But you have to realize the iPad does so much more. And the beautiful part about it is you are getting it with great financing. You're gonna have it for years. I can't tell you how many stories people have shared with me about, I've had an iPad for 10 years and it's still going. Why do I need to get another one? And we'll get into all of why this 11th generation is the one you wanna grab. But for people who are FaceTiming and Skyping and doing all that stuff, just alone, the camera is a great option, but then it does so much more.
It's just so funny you say that because I think most of it, that's why we buy it, right? To FaceTime all the family members. So I want to again show you, we have a graphic we're going to put up on the screen that's going to explain all of the different options you have in terms of memory. And this is huge for us. So you can see photos, the 128 gig, 52,000, not bad. 104 for the 256. When you get up to the 512 gigs, which again, we've never ever done before, 208 images, down to the videos from 42 hours with the 128 to 84 hours with the 256 to 168 hours. Music. So both Bill and I are Broadway babies. We love music. 18,000. When you got up to the 512, it's over 72,000 hours of music. So it is so, and you know, it's funny that you said something, Bill, because most of us, I think my original iPad, I still have my iPad that I've had for 10 years.
Same.
But this is the thing you do now. Now you give it to the grandkids or the kids who desperately want it, because I hear that all the time. The kids come in the house, where's the iPad? They don't say, where's the blah, blah, blah other brand. As I said, it is all about the iPad. It is it is the most iconic brand. And whenever we have the chance to do a Today Special, been a long time, been 10 months, almost a year, since we've even had a Today Special. But when we can launch the brand new 11th generation at the lowest price with options that you're not going to find in any store, this is the day to do it. And I thank you. I know every single hour we've had a lot of people that are joining us, and we'll keep you updated. Again, 1,200? Wow, over 1,200 already spoken for. But in the pink, if you want the 512, we have fewer than a dozen. The blue, that's right. Where's my memory? So the blue, we have only a dozen left in the 512 gig. The silver, 34, and the yellow and the 512, 2 dozen. So those are definitely the most limited. I love it, Bill.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm paying attention.
What are you doing now?
I'm just having fun over here.
Of course you are.
And that's because we can be connected. Whether, you know, we're not stuck at the office. We can be, you know, at the kitchen table. I was just on the couch. It's funny. Alice Caron, a long time ago, corrected me on air.
She did?
Someone was talking about the iPad. It was, think of your kitchen without the microwave, right? This said the iPad, the tablet itself was like the creation of the microwave. We do so much with our tablets. But then Alice was like, no, because the microwave just lives in your kitchen. It does one thing. Your iPad will do so much for you. I mean, my niece and nephew can microwave a dinner. I can microwave a dinner. I mean, but all of us can actually still navigate an iPad, which is great. So real quick, I want to introduce you up close and personal to this Gen 11. Because why is it different and why is it great? So when they announced the Gen 10,
Yep.
2.5 years ago,
Right.
they went with these fun colors. So they didn't change a lot of the way it looks,
Right.
but they said they gave it a facelift. So what did they do? It's still the same blue color. You still have a 12 megapixel rear facing camera, which is nice quality for, capturing those videos, like even at great high definition, if not 4K. Then you have a 12 megapixel front facing camera, which is nice, because remember, the better camera used to be in the back. So now when you take those calls, you're gonna look good and sharp.
Brilliant.
Not only that, remember how we used to always look off in the corner in the wrong direction?
Oh, right,
'Cause
right.
They've put the camera front and center.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, it's not rocket
Yeah,
science, but
seriously.
thank you, Apple,
Thank you
finally.
for thinking about that,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you know where that webcam is on your computer? It's front and center.
Yep.
This is pretty much performs like a computer these days. Because the original tablets out there, and even the original iPads, they were good for online gaming, maybe social media. Now, this is computing capability. So, this is an 11-inch size screen. They've been able to make it bigger, because remember that home button that used to be at the bottom?
Right.
It's not in the bezel anymore. It's right up here at the top.
so
So I
much
still
easier.
have finger touch ID, easy login, easy log out.
Love it.
Bobby and I were joking about, that the passcode, having
Yeah.
to remember it. Boom, it's right over here. 2 speakers on the left side, 2 more on the right side, so you pretty much get stereo sound, which is awesome. And then you have that nice Liquid Retina display for crystal clear visuals, which is great. Because whether you're using it to watch a movie, play a video game, upload family photos, or take those photos, the visuals do matter.
They
'Cause
sure
let's
do.
be honest, you're looking at the screen.
Right.
But it's not just, gaming and videos, because some people don't stream much or don't do a lot of gaming. The text is sharper, which is very nice on the eyes as we, get a little
Definitely.
older, because it's checking your emails, it's doing your online shopping, it's planning
And
that
look at
vacation.
the difference. I love that, showing the non-retina
Right?
with the retina. I mean, the crispness that you're seeing, the vibrancy in the colors, and you're so right. Easier to see, easier to read.
And that's another reason why people have upgraded to an Apple device, because it's like, wow, I'm using my tablet a lot more.
Right.
And that's where you're gonna get bang for your buck. Even the text, the crispness of the text is important, because there's nothing worse when you do a pinch and zoom and then all of a sudden it's gotten grainy and washed out, because I can come right over here and I'll pinch and zoom, and what are you gonna notice? Boom.
Wow, love
Nice
it.
and sharp, surprise. Every day you use this. And the biggest takeaway, I think, for a lot of us, we've had tablets for a long time, and probably I'm sure you've done this too. You spend money on something, shoes, something nice, something just for the golf course.
Right.
And it doesn't get used all the time. This gets used all the time.
Every day.
Yeah, well,
I
we
know
were-
for when you wake up in the morning.
And that's just it.
Right.
Wake up in the morning, I can turn on the coffee maker from here. I can get my newspaper from here.
Exactly.
It's later in the evening and everyone's watching the TV. I can get sports scores and see what's happening or what I missed, or use it for education and school. Our needs and interests evolve and change.
Absolutely.
Our comfort level with technology comes and goes. But how we interact with it, with the iPad experience, just being able to punch and touch, it's just so intuitive. That's where you set yourself up for success. So, real quick, back to this Gen 11. I showed you the chassis in and of itself. One of the other big upgrades is the processor that's on the inside, because the Gen 10 had an A14
14,
chip.
right.
So this one has an A16 Bionic chip, so you're gonna get faster speeds, which allows you to do more stuff at the same time. And we did a cool little side-by-side comparison, because I have an iPad at home that is 10 years old. It still works. And this is actually what we did. And Bobby, sometimes when they say it's better, you're like, really? Am I gonna notice
right.
it?
Show me. Show me.
I noticed it. It was great. I just pulled up hsn.com. I pulled it up on the white iPad, which is 10 years old. It still got there eventually. I'm gonna pull up directions, and what's gonna happen?
Oh, what a difference.
And the thing is, that's just it. It's getting your directions quicker. It's ordering your meal faster. It's just you paying the bill quicker and easier. And 10 years ago, that one on top was fine.
Yeah.
By the way, the memory on that top iPad, what do you think?
Was it 64?
16.
16?
16 gigabytes. We've come such a long way in terms of speed and in terms of memory, which is important. And that's the next big decision you have. Sure, pick the
Exactly.
color, but how much memory do you want in your 1-pound device? My computer at home that I still use every day, it's 128 gigabytes.
Yep, that's the one I have too.
And it works for me, but I can't expand the memory. My
Exactly.
iPad, I can have double what my computer has. my iPad can be quadruple what my computer
That's
has.
such a big point without spending any additional money. You're right. You're
Right?
buying it today. You have it. And we're going to update you with that if we can. Because if you did just tune in, this is the day to do it.
Yes.
Lowest price we've ever had. Launching, obviously, the Generation 11. And first time ever that we have had the 512 gigs of memory. So let's go ahead and start with the blue. If you want the 512 in the blue, we brought in 170 of them. There 1 dozen left. That is it. The final 1 dozen only remaining in the blue.
Oh. Next
to it in that gorgeous pink color, again for the 512 in the pink, we brought in 150. 3 dozen only left. And by the way, we don't have the ability to bring in any more for the later shows, of which we still have a couple more shows. This is it. When they're gone, they're gone. And then the silver. Silver has been incredibly popular. We brought in 125. There are 30 left in the silver. So if you are the person who doesn't want the colors, you just want the silver, run to the phones and put it in your cart. And by the way, close it out as well. Make sure you get it immediately. The 11, we brought in 70. 2 dozen left. And you know what I love? If you want that larger memory, which, you know what? I shouldn't even say if you want. You absolutely do. And if you're thinking, not sure, let me just tell you what, you will have wished you did. And you know, Bill is so right. Like to me, I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is grab my iPad. I'm going on the iPad. I'm checking my mail. I'm checking my personal mail. I'm checking my email. I'm then turning around and using it for cooking in the kitchen. I'm using it for exercise. I'm using it for HSN, for all of my research all the time. I'm using it to stay in contact with family and friends and games. Oh, let me get started on the games. Connections wants to kill me. I'm the worst on that one, but I'm bad on that one. But Wordle, you know, all the fun games that we play. You have everything in the palm of your hands. But what you have today is the first time here at HSN to, as I said, not have to go to the store and deal with hundreds and hundreds of people you're getting the biggest bundle, lowest price, and you're getting the brand new launch of the 11th generation. So take the one you have, as I said, give it maybe to your son, daughter, give it to your grandkids, because trust me, that's what they want, and enjoy the power. And then the other thing I love about this, I am the most electronically illiterate human being on the planet. I've been saying that on the air for years and years. It's so intuitively easy. That's the great thing about an iPad, right? So if you're looking for something for your mom, I remember when my mom, the first time I gave it to her, and she was like, no. And she was like, then you never got it away from her, right? You couldn't pry it out of her hands. It's so easy to use, and you have access to everything into the world.
Young and old alike.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we have a lot of electronics here. Not all of our hosts are electronic comfortable. Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
Not all of us in life are either. Yet every one of them can navigate an iPad, which is great. Whether they're just using it to check their emails or do social media, that's awesome. But then you can go further with it. Your interests change and evolves. So yes, you can, actually, here's another interesting thing. You're buying it at HSN. Great financing, right? Longer return policy.
30-day return.
Because Apple would give you 14 days, we'd give you 30.
Right.
You know, you could still walk into the Apple store with your HSN purchase, your HSN iPad.
That's right.
And still ask Apple for tech support because they stand by the hardware. This is where it goes a step further because you're shopping today. You're not going to walk around the house without a case or take it with you. So you get the Folio case with the keyboard. You get this in-case nice sleeve, which, by the way, have you felt the inside of it, Bobby?
No,
it is
I
so soft
haven't.
and so great. So yes, slips right inside, protects it. Another pocket here to keep your cords and extra. This voucher you're getting too is great because it gives you 7 apps and services from fitness and music and digital magazines. But the big takeaway is 3 years of online support. So Bobby, you know, we're getting a new update in the fall in terms of the operating system. You'll have VMac U to help you with tutorials on that.
Oh,
or maybe
good.
you want to know how to move into the new iPad. VMac U, not just for 1 year, but for 3 full years, online video support. Because this is where you can have fun with it. The more it's in your hand, the more you're going to get. Think of it this way. That remote control you have,
Yeah.
you probably know it pretty well. You could probably find the power button with
If
your
you're a
eyes
male,
closed.
you do.
Touche.
Yay.
But the thing is, that's because it's always in my hand. I'm always using it. Same thing with this.
Yeah,
The more you
agree.
play, and you mentioned, you know, doing work and looking at videos, come over here, jump onto YouTube. We've all done it, or check your email and do a side-by-side comparison. See how quickly that responded? I'm going to turn down the brightness. By the way, if you drag down from that upper corner, you can actually control different widgets and gadgets over here. Just turn down that brightness a bit. I want to make that go full screen. Boom. What's this button do? Okay. I'm not getting the buffering of the spinning. The visuals are there. The audio is great. And this is where you go a step further.
The more you play. And
The more you play, I love it.
doing work,
So you're watching, Bobby, but maybe you need to take notes. Maybe
Right.
this is an online class. Maybe it's sports and you want to look up some stats. I come down here. I can bring up my whole World Wide Web on the same screen at the same time. Surprise. I mean, that's where it really is an efficient system. My computer cannot do this.
No, we can't.
And to be honest, if it does, I don't know how to do it.
I was just going to say that. I
Let's
certainly
be
don't
real.
know how to
Yeah.
do it.
This is so intuitive. You'll thrive when you get it home.
And okay, a must.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great value for you in the Microsoft 365, and I'm telling you, and we generally don't do this a lot, and it has been crazy popular today. I have 100 left. That is it. Well, there's the information up on your screen, $99.99 for it. And if you're going to be using it at all for any type of work, you 100% want it. School projects, anything of that nature.
Correct. It's actually a great backup and it's a great value to get it home today because it's $20 off that price, right?
Yes.
So this is what happens. You get your
That's right.
iPad
That's right.
home.
Bonus buy.
If you love a bonus buy, right? You'll get preloaded on here a word processing program and a spreadsheet program, but it's the Apple equivalent. It's called Pages and Numbers. So what happens? The school, the office, they probably work in Microsoft. So all of a sudden you get a document and it's like, can I open it? Boom, they're both saved here on my computer. Which, by the way, this is where that memory comes into play. Because, you know, apps take up memory, documents take up memory. So the more memory you have, the better you're going to be because you can pull up different items. Look, I got Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the list goes on and on. Because just like I was talking about, the office sent me a document. It's a PowerPoint presentation. I don't have PowerPoint. Yes, you do have PowerPoint.
Part of Microsoft.
Notice how quickly it downloads the PowerPoint document. Notice how you want to jump into PowerPoint. It is fluid. It is fast. This kind of system, it's like, why didn't I do this sooner? Because they didn't have the Gen 11 until right now to get it home. And this is the rub. Tamara was on earlier, and she probably knew her iPad was like, it was time to upgrade.
Yeah.
But she put it off. She was waiting. And she's like, I probably should have upgraded 2 years ago. The time is now to really enjoy it and get that system going. And by the way, Tamara had that iPad for 13 years.
Yeah.
You got your money's worth out of it.
I know, I've had mine probably 11.
Yeah.
11.
And the thing is, it still works, but you want faster, more efficient, and you're worth it.
Right, and you don't see the difference until you showed us over here earlier, like the difference in the Retina display, the difference in the speed, and the fact that you actually have, for the first time ever, 512 gigs of memory. So I want to give everyone an update. If you've been thinking about it all day, whether you're buying, and honestly, it's the summertime, the kids are going to be going back to school, and at this day and age, let me tell you what, even in the younger grades, they need an iPad, right? A lot of the schools are even mandating they do. So here's your chance to get one at an incredible price. So you choose, first of all, your gorgeous color. The pink, the blue, the yellow, or the silver. Then you have 128 gig, 256, or you have 512 gigs of memory. Let's let you know what we have left in the 512. I think we should go down to the silver because the silver is absolutely the one that is in the lead. We started with 125. We have 25 left in the 512 gigs of memory. Think about that, 25. So that's like 2 dozen, the final 2 dozen there. The yellow, I think that yellow is amazing. We started with like 6 dozen of these. We have 20. So we're about ready to drop into the teens in what we have there. Blue, we'll jump to the blue because everybody has been logging and loving the blue. We started with 170 in the blue. We have 10, yowzer, 10 left. So this is the crunch hour. And then I love the pink. That fabulous pink started with 150 of them. We have 3 dozen only. So I will tell you, before the next airing, by the next airing, the 512s could easily all be gone. So if that's something you're thinking about, and if you hadn't thought about it before, because you know what, frankly, if you shop with us, you've never been able to think about it before because we've never had the 512. But we listen to you, we listen to your requests, we listen to what you want, and we want more power, we want more memory. And that's exactly what you're getting with the 11th generation launching today. All the bundle goodies, crazy. Like you're getting the Bluetooth keyboard. We talked about this great sleeve case. That's another $40 there. You get the regular case, you get the stylus, you get the stand, you get the cords, the organizer. There's actually over like a $400 value too in all of your additional software that you're getting to go right along with it. And you're buying it today. So no matter what size you're going for, Number one, we're shipping it to you for free. And you can see shipping runs up to almost $17. You have 5 flex pay on every single one of the different sizes. If you are thinking again about going for that 512, you are looking at like amazing prices upwards of anywhere from like your $549 to $749 to $979. But if you have the HSN card or the Q card, either one, the VIP financing, one of the great things about the VIP financing, as well as all of our FlexPay, no interest, right? So you have absolutely no interest whatsoever. If you want the 128, it's about $30. If you want the 256, 22, well, 42. And then if you want the 18 months, it's $54. But you have to remember, that's on any credit, that's on with no interest whatsoever for 18 months. So that is amazing. And having all of that, having the free shipping, but most importantly, remember you have a 30-day return policy. I don't even know why we bother saying that, because it's not like they're gonna come back. But you go to the Apple Store, you have 14 days. You have an opportunity right now to stay in contact with the people that you love, to learn more, to stimulate your mind. Maybe you've just retired and you're like, I'm bored. I'm thinking about this ahead of time. I want to learn. I want to learn new sports. I want to learn how to play the piano. I did that. I started that via my iPad as well. There's so much you can learn. You're going to be in contact with everyone. And how many times social media? We're on social media all the time sharing our lives. You have the opportunity to do all of that. And I would tell you, it's a lot easier to do it on your iPad than on your phone, right? Particularly with that wonderful larger screen to it. So this is the day. And the graphic, we have a graphic that will pop up, which kind of gives you an idea of what you're getting in terms of choosing the different memories, because it's way more photos, way more music. I mean, look at the music, 72,800 songs if you're going for the 512. And photos, how many photos do we have? I mean, that's 208, Bill. That's
208,000 memories.
Memories.
And that's videos. I know you just took a great vacation, and I don't know when you're getting back, but you take tons of photos. And then you go back and look at them and you edit it down. But you want to have that memory, or you're getting on a plane or a train and you want to have content to watch. So what do? You download it. You need that memory. So the biggest decision is how much memory you want to get. Normally, the last model, 64 gigabytes was the base. They've jumped up to 128. Right. They stopped at 256, which was always the most popular, which we were always surprised. We're glad that you were picking up more memory back then. We've never done a 512 gigabyte. And think of it this way. Tamara Hooks had that tablet for 13 years. Yep. That's a lot of memories that either you have to start deleting and prioritizing. Well, I was just going to say that. That's what ends up happening. You want to grow it. It will grow with you. And here's a fun one. In terms of the memory size. Can I give an update? Do you mind? Sure. 5 left in the blue in the 512. My favorite color.
So 5 left in the 512. And the 512 is the one that probably be sold out by the next airing. Just to pop that out there for everyone.
We have 2 more shows, if that. Yes. These sell offline, especially when people see it's the latest, because it has been so long since we've had one of today's special with an iPad, but since we've also been able to launch something new, you don't want to wait 2.5 years for the next one, right? So here's a fun little game. Bobby, what year was this?
What? I don't know.
Well, Burger's age, but there we go.
Oh my gosh, look at Eric.
This is 2012, April.
So that, oh my gosh.
I know you say it was 10 years ago. We moved on to 13 years ago. Here's us doing our jam, right?
So that was 12 years ago.
12 years ago. I did not have to delete it. I did not have to put it on another drive. It's all in one spot. This is the fun we have. And what happens? All of that memories are all saved in one location, easily found.
Love it.
Nice and organized, which I think is great. But then boom, what did Bobby and I just do for y'all? Let's see if I can find it over here. Boom. There we go.
13 years later.
13 years later, we're still at it, which
hysterical.
is great. And the fun thing is, then when I was on the couch, when you were starting the show, I was able to, boom, let's see, create all this fun stuff. This was 12 years ago or 13 years ago. Here's 10. That was the 10th anniversary. And then we did it over here. Bobby, I was able to flip it so we're on the same sides and all this stuff.
Amazing.
And because it was easy. We shot this right before the show. I sat on the couch. The next thing you know, look what I did. Look what you can do just by getting it in your hands. So we're trying to just show you the visuals in terms of how playing with the device. I mean, trust me, I've been there. I've spent money on electronics or even a nice outfit. And I'm like, I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want to break it. Get your hands on this and use it. Whether you like cooking, whether you like crafting, whether you just need to be connected and engaged in the back seat of the car. But one thing you're not going to do is you're not just going to grab this and go. You're going to want a case. And that's why we're not just giving you 2, because this case I really like as well, the Folio case. One, props up and looks like a computer, which is great. They've even made it translucent in the back so you can show off the fun finish. Because let me tell you, if you're rocking the blue, the gold, or the pink, people know you have that latest iPad.
Exactly.
So it's fun to show off. It was actually funny, Bobby. A few weeks ago, I was going to work remote. Brought my computer, went to the coffee shop, set it up. I was like the only one with a laptop. Everyone in there had, a little tablet, a portable keyboard. I was like, I am the dinosaur in the room. And the thing is, I was like, how can they do that? Because in my mind, tablets were for gaming, for just fun.
Right.
Tablets have come such a long way. It's definitely time to upgrade.
Okay, a sellout, can I tell them?
Go for it.
All right, the blue 512 sold out. So the blue is completely sold out. And the silver and the yellow, it is a race to the finish with the 512. And we don't have the ability to bring in more later in the day. I just want to pop that out there. Some brands, sometimes we can bring in more. So blue 512 gone. If you want the yellow in the 512, we have 17, holy cow. In the silver, 23 left, and the 512, and then a few more in the pink. So we've sold 1,300 of these today. So for anyone out there, if you're on the fence, like we said, if you're not sure if you want the 512, you do. I think that's the easiest and most important thing for us to say. You absolutely do. You want the most memory that you can have. We've never been able to offer it before. But like I said, we listen. We listen to you. We listen to your requests. Bill and I have had many conversations about this. We want to bring you the best of the best and add to the fact that you're getting it today with this crazy. You look across this table. I mean, it's an amazing configuration that is exclusive, that you're only going to get here at HSN with prices from $549.99. That's for your 128 gig to your $749 to your $979. Huge savings, free shipping and handling, 5 flex pay, VIP financing. And the thing about this is you have to understand that sometimes we'll do things and we'll give you extras, and I go, I don't want that. What do I want that for? Right? These are all the extras that you want.
Purposely curated.
Right? You perfectly curate. You have to have the case. You have to have the cover. Most of us want a stylus. It's so much easier to create with. A keyboard, 100% you want the keyboard. And then even, we talk about that one sleeve case alone is a $40 value when you go to Apple. So everything that we're giving you as all of the extras, the cords, the cord organizer, not even talking about like the $400 worth of extras you're getting, but you're getting all of the extras that are what you definitely want and definitely need. The race is on for the 512. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the truth is the 512 is the one, as we said, that we are offering for the first time. And by the way, the 256 is also doing great. I think the 256 in the pink or one of them is definitely one of the most popular in this hour. So go for it. Don't miss it. And Bill, what can't I do with my iPad?
Well, that's just it. It's funny. You said we're selling out of colors. I'm jumping online real quick because this is where it's fun and it's responsive. I'm looking for the Tootie horn.
Oh, I have her. She's in my house, the original.
All the good stuff's at your house.
I know. Yeah, all the good stuff is in my house.
Product.
Exactly. Priscilla, you name it.
I found, Priscilla, exactly. I found some fun old videos of Bobby online because it's fast and responsive, which is just great. And the thing is, this is when you can find content, when you can get the task done, that's where you enjoy your computing experience. And you can too. Please also notice, it's playing in the corner. I can get up here and do more work at the exact same time. That's a powerful processor. And let's just get into some nitty-gritty work. Maybe I do need to get ready for work. And think of it this way too. Back to school time is going to be here before you know it, right?
Absolutely.
And this is what I do. I upgrade the electronics for myself, and then I maybe hand down that old one to my niece and nephew.
Ditto. That's the thing to do.
No shame in that,
like I said, they don't want any old pad, right? They don't want any notebook.
Oh,
they want an Apple iPad.
They know that logo, and
they know the logo.
It.
That was like for grandson for Christmas. Jace, that was all he wanted.
Perfect. And
he's 13.
He's just as happy, right? So I'm going to go over here and get some work done, right? I can hunt and peck and do this, and this works for a quick little post or a message. But if it's a book report, if it's that long email, Bobby, do you remember? I wish I had the ability to speak that book report when I was in school. Instead, I spent a whole summer vacation in typing class. And best part about this is I don't have to know how to spell a word. It'll spell it for me, like Alleluia. Boom! I love it. It did it.
Yes.
But also notice, the screen is kind of truncated now because I'm sharing it with the keyboard. That's why, again, as you were talking about what we've put in the bundle, it's great. You're getting a keyboard. I'm going to turn it on. The digital one's going to disappear. It's going to give me, sorry for the glare there, it's going to give me more workspace. I didn't even know those pictures were there, yet I could be typing over here, very comfortable.
Love it.
This is what the kids had at the coffee shop that I did not have. And this is what you can have and get. And you know, it's also the way it's designed. I don't have to take this with me. Maybe I am just watching a movie in bed. I can leave this out. But when I do want to use this for work, because remember, our computers now are going to, as I've said, computing going forward will be more tablet driven because now tablets have more memory. This has more than my computer, more processing capability with that new A16 chip. You just got to get comfortable with that interface. So get it home. And as I was saying, back to school, move into your new iPad, enjoy it. That old one, give it to the kids to use for school.
Absolutely.
You know how you go on your desktop and your computer, you have all your files, everything's filed away? You can do that on here with more memory and just all in one spot, which is great. And yes, use it for work. Still pull up your web cameras, pull up your security cameras, your social media and all that, all in one place. Go for it. Toot toot.
Toot toot. Where's Tootie when you need her, right? Okay, the 512, you know, we sold out in the blue. 12 left in the silver and the 512 gig.
Wow.
And oh my gosh, only 15 left in the yellow and 30 in the pink. So 100% y'all will not see the 512 gig later on today. So I just will keep you updated. So if you're thinking about the silver, the yellow, or the pink, which are the only options anyway, in the 512, go for it. But remember, we still do have the 256 and we have the 128 as well. So tell me about Mac U.
Okay, so the Mac U, which is great. We don't always get to include it. However, when we have had today's specials, we do try to make it special by making it a 3-year offer. So this voucher has 7 plus the Mac U, great little extras. But the Mac U is definitely the biggest value. It's $90 for the 3 years. You know, it's getting late in the afternoon. I don't want to go to the Apple store. I don't want to go to a Genius Bar. I can just jump online and it will give me video support, you know, how to use iMovie, how to get the latest, you know, tips and tricks out of the new operating system. Because that's something else you have to realize. Yes, you're getting the latest Apple iPad, but you know, in the fall, they're all excited. Apple's coming out with a new operating system for all their computers and phones and tablets. You're going to have that extra memory. Because have you ever had to do those updates? And it's like, you don't have enough memory on your... So
delete, delete, delete.
Exactly.
And you're heartbreaking.
You're like, I paid for that app.
I know.
So you're going to have...
So we're going to be ready with this then.
Exactly.
Oh,
which is important.
Great. With the 512. Got it.
So
that's a big deal.
The Mac U gives you that online video support, which is awesome. But then there's a fun other extras. There's a digital magazine in here, digital magazine and newspapers if you like. There's a fitness program. There's a healthy eating program. There's... you like your word games? Word games are on here as well. You'd mentioned gaming. Oh, do you notice my sheet music is up in the background?
Oh, do not? You're not going to do this to me, are you?
I haven't practiced in a while, Bobby. Bobby's been practicing. So I got my piano app over here. I got my sheet music up. Let's see if I can do this for you.
Are you going to play?
Well, you know me. I just peck.
Okay, this is our favorite song.
Oh, good. That's not right. It's... No, I'll practice. And the thing is, I can practice in the green room. It's E.
E?
I'm gonna see. I can practice when I have time. And whether it's in the hotel room
20
or
minutes,
the
but I don't know if you want to do that. Just raise it. But
we'll have to turn down the audio.
But
actually,
listen, that's such a cool thing because during COVID, I downloaded the piano app just to try to learn how to play piano because I've always wanted to play. So, I mean, those are the things that you can do on the iPad. And then, let's face it, the portability. You're going to take it anywhere with you, right? I had it like just propped right up on my piano, and it was so easy to do and learn. It is the best. It's, you know, our life is in here.
Well, it's funny. I mean, you go to an orchestra, and sheet music is gone. What's on the piano stand?
Bill.
It's their sheet music is here, and the music. It's amazing how technology's come and the interests, like for the musician, they might not want the gaming and this and that, but they can use it for work, use it for school. You mentioned how, sorry, you mentioned how some schools are requiring it. Michelle Yarn, show host here, she was, they were a whole Android family, PC family. They didn't really do the Apple thing, which is fine. Her son's school is like, they need iPads.
That's it.
So they got him an iPad, and she's, you know, helping with his homework and all this stuff, and she's like, wait a second. This is so easy. She understood it. She found it very fluid to the point where she's like, why does the kid have a better tablet than mom? So it's like, next thing you know, she got an iPad too.
Okay, we have another update.
Oh, go for it.
Another update, 8. Is that right, Sean? 8 left in the 512 gig silver. Wow, so only 8 left here. Remember, the 512 in the blue is sold out, just again for anyone, because I know the blue has been very popular. The yellow, we have 12 left. And in the pink, 30 only left in the 512 gigs. So those are the ones that clearly have been, the most popular. Those are the ones that are going to be going out first. But look, this is the day. This is the time that you do it. And if you've been thinking about this, there's no better time than right now. The fact that, number one, this is a launch. We are launching the 11th generation here at HSN. It has been 2.5 years, though, even for Apple. That's a long time, right? You think about how technology changes so frequently. 2.5 years since they've launched a new iPad. We haven't had a Today's Special in an iPad for 10 months, or almost a year. And I'm not sure if this is the only one of the year or not. I probably should have asked that question. But the bottom line is you are getting the lowest price we have for this bundle. And it is new, the fact that you're getting everything. All you have to do, as we said, is choose, first of all, your color, which is the pink, blue, silver, or the yellow. You choose then your memory, which is going to be your 128, your 256, or the 512. Again, the 512 gone in the blue, about 7 now left in the silver. The yellow, probably fewer than a dozen. And fewer than a dozen there, and then about 30 in the pink. So that's it for the 512, if that specifically is what you're looking for. And then when you look at all the goodies, look at all these goodies over here. You're getting the stand. I love the stand. Again, particularly if you're like, I love it like on a plane. You can just put it right on the tray. You can actually utilize that. You get the Bluetooth keyboard. You get this wonderful in-sleeve case. That's a $40 value also at Apple. You get that. And this is the Sky Woven. This is a brand new, so it's the first time we've had that really pretty blue sky woven. Get that case as well. The stylus, you get the cleaning cloth, you get the cords, the organizer, and then you get all of your software, including the 3-year of Mac U. Let me turn that so you don't have all the glare. 3-year of Mac U. So all of it today. But then you're going to see Mr. Bill is going to show you something that is another one of our favorite features of the iPad, because I have done this so many times with FaceTime, and then even with my granddaughter, then you're moving around trying to stay in the picture. We don't have to worry about any of that anymore, do we, with center stage?
Yep, and that's just it. I removed myself from the situation so I could practice because I'm over here practicing the piano. I didn't want to bother you, Bobby. And that's just, now, but I don't want to play for you, so it's like, is that better? See, I'm getting there. Okay, I still need some practice, but that's just what's great about it. I'm sitting over here on the couch. I'm not relegated to the home office or relegated just to where my computer is, or even in the dorm room or the cafeteria or the cafe where you only have so much real estate. You can sit here, get your work done, have your entertainment, and yes, with this camera, 12 megapixel front and rear facing camera, Bobby, when we got sent home during the pandemic and the better cameras used to be in the back, down here, I was broadcasting to this camera, that one, with no screen. So now what do? They put that better camera in the front. But it goes a step further. I want to get comfortable. It's been a long day. I'm talking to my friend. Isn't that amazing? It follows you. Because, we do fidget around. When you're on those Zoom calls, you have to stay in that little box versus, get comfortable, relax, because let that conversation keep going. It keeps you center stage, which is awesome. We're on a FaceTime call right now. I can even take my telephone calls. I got my text messages on here, which it's funny. I just had a house guest, and we're like, Tom, we texted you. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the iPad more often. He likes his social media on a larger screen. He likes to see the emails that much larger. And we're like, do you know you can get your text messages on here as well? And that's where it's an elevated experience on all levels. The camera, the connection, and that memory, which we cannot ignore, not to mention that brand new processor.
You're getting it on. And look how it's following you wherever you go.
I'm joining you.
Look, there he goes.
Bye.
Yeah, that's so great. So how wonderful is that going to be, like at the holidays, Christmas time, right? Everybody's there. You want to show the gifts. All right, the bottom line is I hope this is the hour that you will make the purchase. You have a 30-day return policy. If you do go to the Apple Store, you have 14 days, right? And I think there's a restocking fee also. But in any event, this is the day to do it. And I want to give you, again, that other update. So the blue, I know we are sold out in the 512, but we do have the 256, which has been very popular. So down here in the silver, the 256, it's over half gone. If you want the silver 512, oh, that's sold out? Oh, only the yellow case with only 6. So there's 6 left in the yellow case if you want the 512 with the silver. Yowzer, that is it. And then in the yellow, okay, we're down to the single digits. We have about 9 left. Yellow case, and then the yellow case is sold out, though, with the yellow. And then, obviously, your other option is going to be your pink. 120, your 256, or your 512, your options available, obviously. And the fact that you're getting, again, if you just tuned in, it's not just the 128, 256, 512 gig, 512 we've never had, but you're getting more power. Like we talked about the Generation 10, which we sold for the longest. That's all we've been selling, really, lately, the last few years. That had an A14 powerful bionic chip. This has an A16, so you're getting more power, which means everything. And by the way, we did talk briefly about the graphics, because I'm telling you what, for the kids, because the kids love this for gaming, it is amazing for gaming.
Oh.
So, like, the resolution.
Elevated across the board. So one thing that's cool about it, when you go and download apps and games and services, you go to the Apple App Store, right? There are 2 million apps for the Apple App Store, which there's everything. Home security. I just moved to my place up here. I needed 3 different apps for the building, for the mailroom, for all this stuff. But when we download different stuff, that's where we normally get the viruses and the malware running in the background. Apple is more secure to prevent that. So you don't get the cobwebs, which keeps it running efficient year 4, 5, 6, 10 down the road.
Right.
That's what also happens. It starts to slow down. So we're like, it's time to get another tablet, time to spend more money versus what you get with Apple. So I'm going to jump back into the App Store because you mentioned gaming. There's simpler games like Solitaire and not Minecraft.
Minecraft?
What's the one with the little gray dots and the bombs? I can't remember that one. But you come over here to
Minesweeper.
Thank you.
That's Sean, not me.
Takes a village.
Thank you, Sean.
But now, did you know with that processor, and you know those gaming consoles with these controllers?
Yeah.
I can take this controller, pair it.
That's what Jace does.
Boom.
It's amazing.
It's so amazing because one, they're not hogging the television.
Right.
Right? But two, this processor can keep up with that action that's in a console, but in a 1-pound device on the plane, the train, the backseat of the car,
Phenomenal.
or just, on the coffee table at grandma's house. But because that's just to illustrate what you get out of this 1-pound device. And Bobby, you mentioned the battery life earlier when we were meeting. It's an all-day battery life.
That's great.
And it's funny. I was on the train coming up here. Aaron Berger and I were road tripping.
That was a long journey, huh?
It was a long journey. But you know what? I was like, what are you going to do for all that time? I'm like, one, I brought work to get done, which was great. But then I was watching shows and catching up. And I'd fallen asleep, which was the goal. And what did I wake up to? The light of my iPad, because it was still on. The movie was still running. The battery is great.
Man.
And we want that. Maybe you have
sure do.
a tablet that, the battery life's not there.
Yep.
Or you still have to use it, but plug it in all the time. I mean, a tablet plugged into the wall.
And my phone, even my phone, half the day, because you're on it all the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to die.
Right.
So that's a really big deal. I mean, and that was one of the first questions I asked Bill was about the battery, because it makes a big difference when you can actually, and not just keeping the battery, but being able to utilize it, right, as we're all, like we said, that we're going to do constantly and have that battery. Yeah. All right, the crunch is on. We're going to see, I think we have 10 minutes or so only remaining in the hour. And I'm going to go through again and give you an update. Okay, so here's the bottom line for the 512. So the only way that you can get the 512 is the pink. Okay, that's it. We are down to the pink with the black case and the pink with the yellow case. And how many do we have left there? 2 dozen. Okay, sold out 512, sold out 512, sold out 512. The only one left in the 512. Let me tell you what, that 512, you have girls, yourself, daughters, go for it. Love that pink, but that's your only option left in the 512. And the 256, I want to talk about that silver, because the 256 and the silver is already half gone. So what does that mean? How many does that mean we have left? Oh, that means we have only 100 left. So I want everybody to know that too. So 100 left in the 256 in the silvers, because 512 gone, 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 gone. Only pink. If you want the silver with the black case, 10 left with the 256.
Wow.
Wow.
You are being smart.
Thank you.
You're going for those bigger memory sizes because that just means
Yes.
more. I'm just about to send a message to Adam in the next week. I don't think we're gonna have the
Oh, are you?
500. And I'm meeting with Debbie to tell her about the show, our last show tonight.
Right.
It's like, are we gonna have it? I'm like, I gotta update her.
This is what happens as the day goes on.
And the thing is, you won't regret having more memory at the end of the day because that just means
Never.
more tangible stuff right here without getting heavier.
And not to interrupt you, but most importantly is you talk about the fact that when that new operating system comes out next year,
right,
the 512 will be able to handle it.
Completely.
Completely. That's a big, big deal because, you know, you want the new operating system when it comes out.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're excited about this new operating system because they haven't updated the Apple interface in a long time. You get little updates here and there to clean up security and all that kind of stuff that runs in the background. We're expecting something somewhat monumental in terms of the way it interacts. You want to have that memory. You want to have the right hardware. It's taken them 2.5 years to give us an update on this iPad because they took the Gen 10, then they went to this 11, which just came out this last year. And I actually would love to show this comparison. So here's another iPad, right? You can see plain as day, the nice little upgrade. Camera quality, look at the camera size difference. Yes. You'd think this camera was probably like a Gen 4 or 2. This is Gen 9. Then you went to Gen 10 and 11.
I'm all about the camera.
See?
That's crazy.
For some people,
That's
it's just about that.
Huge difference.
Here's the Gen 9. There's no speakers on that side. You have more speakers on that one side.
Right.
And the other side. Your speakers were in your lap or in your hands. So now you have 4 speakers on this Gen 11 and a larger screen size. Because remember that home button? They took it off the bezel and they put it up here at the top. But that home button doesn't just allow you to log in and log out and talk to Siri. It's more secure. Finger touch ID is embedded in here. So confirm a purchase, log in, log out, all that great stuff. And then the fluidity of what an A16 Bionic chip can do. That allows you to have more stuff up and running in the background, allows you to work on your music, take the FaceTime calls, watch a video, record memos, take notes in class. The list goes on and on. You decide how you're going to use it. It's not just an art device or a crafting device. It's not just for the home chef or the web guy who's developing the latest and greatest. It's for everyone. HSN just makes it affordable for everyone, which is really kind of exciting. And remember, it's been 10 months. We used to do them a lot more often.
We did, didn't we?
The market's changed. I mean, we know what's going on. To get enough for today's special, it's taken us a while.
And at this price.
Definitely. So this came out in March, right? We tried to have a few little sneak peeks at the Gen 11 in the spring. We couldn't get quantity. Yeah. So we waited till today because you know it's coming up, right? Birthday month. This is the precursor to HSN's birthday and our big move up here. We're going with a bang. You'll appreciate it all the time. Your old iPad probably still works. It's just maybe time to upgrade. More memory, more processing speed, better clarity. And that old one that still works, give that to the husband.
Time to be philanthropic.
Yeah.
Give it.
Honey.
Yes.
You have your own iPad.
You always wanted an iPad. Here it is.
It's out of the goodness of my heart. Here you go.
Exactly. No ulterior motive there.
Not at all.
Microsoft Office.
Yeah.
How many do we have left, Sean? Okay, there's only 80 remaining for the day. Wow. And if you plan to, well, first of all, to do anything, right? I mean, if you're working on the computer, you have kids that are using it for all kinds of school projects or anything, you really want the Office.
And that's
most of us are buying it anyway, separately.
And you don't just need to use that on the iPad.
No.
You can upload that to a computer as well, which is important.
And it's a bonus buy.
It is.
So you see 99, there it is, $99.99. When you buy the Today Special, $20 off. So it's only $79.99 for that. And we have the final 80 left for the whole country.
One of the cool things with that Microsoft Office, it does give you the Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Now, because it's their latest, you get Copilot, which is their Chat GPT, which, the whole AI, everyone's talking about AI. I was like, what is that? Just keep it simple. I encourage you. Just like I want you to get the iPad home and log into your email and do web browsing and all that, try AI. It's really quite simple, and you'd be blown away with what it can produce for you. Because just recently, okay, there's my sheet music. I got to practice, Bobby. I got 2.5 years to the next Today Special. I'll practice. But I asked it to. I pulled up this picture, and I'm like, can you create a cartoon image of this photo of me? And I was like, because otherwise I'd have to find an app, or could I do it myself? Boom. Just like
what?
Down to the color of the sweater.
How fun is that?
Like that? And Bobby, it goes even further. I wanted to draft an email to my landlord. I'm moving. It gives you the template, which is great. Or a letter to your doctor. I have this cough and backache.
Yeah.
It is so polite.
That's
It's like, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was wondering, And you know, you zhuzh it up to make it your own.
Right, right.
Even when I was traveling up here, I asked for an itinerary from Tampa to Westchester. I want to drive 6 hours a day. It told me, stop in Raleigh, stop here, stop there. It gave me the mileage, and I was like, for me to figure that out on my own, I got better things to do.
Did it stop you at Buc-ee's?
I'm waiting. I have to check that off my list.
You better check that off your list.
I did see a buggy, however, yesterday for the first time.
You did?
I had my first Amish experience.
I know. We're so excited to be up here, and we thank you for being with us. Okay, I have an update, and then we'll try to go, through all of the most important features for you, but we'll go back to the 512, and if you're just tuning in, it's the first time we've ever had 512 in memory. It's sold out in blue, silver, and yellow. So the 512, all we have left is the pink with a black case, 12. And the yellow case. We have 5. So there are 17 left to get the 512, and only with the pink. And we started the day with 150.
Wow.
Wow. So and we thank you so much. I know that there's a clock up on the screen. So for anyone just tuning in, this is the first time for the 11th generation.
And that's just it. It's the first time we've been able to share it with you. And people have been excited about it. Remember, they took the Gen 10 and they just gave it a facelift. They liked the look. People enjoyed what it did, but they were able to put more power in here. When I was doing the research on it too, this is where technology is amazing. They put more power in here with that processor, but they made the transistors smaller. Yet it still gives you a better battery life. It runs more efficient. And that's where we've evolved a 1-pound device that can have 512 gigabytes of memory, of photos, of capability, yet with a great processor. That's where you're going to appreciate it. And just real quick, see what I just did in the corner? This is going to be your kind of control center. You drag down.
Yeah,
you have all this great stuff. I can bring down the brightness if I'd like. I can connect via Bluetooth, AirDrop, screen record. Get it home and play with your device, because that's where it's fun. That's where all of a sudden it becomes your go-to. There's nothing worse when you buy a piece of electronics or technology and it makes you feel dumb. It makes you like, I don't get this. Why is it so complicated?
I hate that.
The kids make it look so simple. It's just probably not for you, but Apple is truly a device for everybody.
That's exactly right. There won't be any more of that, Mom.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's like, really?
It's so simple. And I think that's it for the 512. So, all right,
Enjoy
like 12 left in the pink and the black case. That is it. But I want to mention the 256 because the 256, like, equally is popular in the silver. And the silver is the one, I think that's the most popular, right, Sean, with the 256. So, and I think the 256 and the silver, I believe we have about 100, maybe not even that left, that one, 90. So there's only 90 left. And last call, though, already on the 256 in the silver with the black case.
Wow.
Wow.
And the thing is, the 256 used to be our most popular.
Yeah, definitely.
And yes, it was an investment. Yes, it was more, but you understood that it was more memories that you were getting out of it, which was great. And Apple is an investment, but it's an investment in quality, in having all those memories in one spot, having the reliability of when you open it up to pay a bill or find a document or just enjoy a movie, it's going to work. It's going to be fast. It's going to give you great visuals, which is important, because that's when it becomes your go-to device.
1,400 today. Wow.
It's a fun time to shop.
It's a fun time. It's a great time. It is a great day. And remember, again, free shipping and handling. You have 5 flex cents on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, no interest whatsoever. And about 9 left if you want the pink and the 512 with the black case. So that's about it. Bill, thank you, my friend.
Pleasure. It's been fun. We'll have to dance
again. I can't believe we have 13 years of dancing together.
And we're not done.
And we are not done, my friends.
Stay tuned.
No, we are not. So Bill's going to be back at 9?
6 o'clock.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's right. I always forget what
left.
time it is. Well, with whatever's left, which will not be the 512. Just put that out there for everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. But, okay, do not go anywhere. Ta-da! We have a great celebration coming up. 30 years of the amazing J. King here at HSN. We have an amazing show, incredible prices coming up for everyone, including the pieces that I'm wearing, and so much more. So stay with us, and we'll be back with more.
About one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness,